Sure, here's a full YouTube article on the Toyota Corolla 4th Generation E70 1983 without discussing handling condition. Toyota Corolla E70 4th Generation 1983, the global icon that shaped a legacy. The year was 1983. The world was in the middle of a cultural and technological transformation. While computers were beginning to appear in homes and pop music dominated global airwaves, the automotive world was undergoing a quiet revolution of its own. Leading the charge from the east was Toyota, and one of its most significant contributions to this automotive shift was the 4th generation of a nameplate that had already cemented itself as a global phenomenon, the Toyota Corolla E70. By 1983, the Toyota Corolla was not just a popular car, it was a household name, a symbol of reliability, and a vehicle that effortlessly blended practicality with innovation. The 4th generation, internally designated as E70, marked a key evolution in the model's long history, standing at the intersection of old-school engineering and modern design philosophies. The 1983 variant represented the last and most refined iteration of the E70 series, right before the front-wheel drive era began. A design that captured the era. Visually, the 1983 Corolla E70 was the embodiment of 1980s automotive styling. With a boxier shape, cleaner lines, and a more squared-off front fascia, it offered a look that was both utilitarian and sophisticated for its class. The design was an intentional shift from the curvier, more rounded aesthetics of the previous generation, aligning with contemporary tastes and aerodynamic considerations. Two-door coupes, four-door sedans, and five-door station wagons were all part of the family, making the E70 one of the most versatile Corolla generations in terms of body styles. Some markets even received liftback versions, which were especially popular in Europe and parts of Asia. The grille, headlight configurations, and trim levels varied depending on the market, offering both chrome-accented luxury trims and more Spartan variants. What made the 1983 model particularly special was how Toyota had refined the design over the course of the E70's life. This final year version often came with better material quality, upgraded trim elements, and subtle updates to its exterior that distinguished it from earlier variants. Built on a rear-wheel drive platform, the E70 was the last generation Corolla to use rear-wheel drive across the board, something that today's enthusiasts look back on with a sense of nostalgia. Toyota had already started experimenting with front-wheel drive platforms for smaller vehicles like the Tercel, but the Corolla E70 stayed true to its RWD roots. The rear-wheel drive configuration not only gave the Corolla E70 a balanced layout but also made it incredibly popular among tuners and motorsport enthusiasts, especially those interested in drifting and grassroots racing. Many components from the E70 were shared with the Toyota A86 Corolla 11 Sprinter Trueno, which would later achieve legendary status in motorsport and pop culture. Powertrain options and global variants. Toyota designed the E70 with a global audience in mind, and this was reflected in the wide range of engines and configurations offered. Depending on the market, the 1983 Corolla could be equipped with engines from the 1.3L 4K series all the way to the more performance-oriented 1.6L 2TG or 3TG twin-cam options. These engines were known for their reliability, ease of maintenance, and relatively low fuel consumption. The most common engines included 4KU 1.3L inline-4, 3KU 1.2L inline-4, 2TC 1.6L OHV, 3TEU 1.8L fuel-injected engine on select models. Transmission choices ranged from 4-speed and 5-speed manuals to a 3-speed automatic. Toyota was careful to ensure that the Corolla remained accessible, fuel-efficient, and dependable across different price points and market needs. One particularly notable variant was the Corolla GT, which featured twin-cam engines and performance enhancements. While it wasn't as hardcore as the A86, it still offered a spirited drive for enthusiasts. Interior comfort and simplicity. The interior of the 1983 Corolla E70 was a masterclass in simplicity and functional design. Depending on the trim level, it offered cloth or vinyl seats, manual or power steering, and basic but durable instrumentation. Many cars came with analog dials, a basic radio or cassette system, and well-placed controls that followed Toyota's philosophy of intuitive usability. What it may have lacked in luxury, it more than made up for in space and ergonomics. The cabin was roomy for a compact car of its time, especially the sedans and wagons, making it ideal for families and commercial use alike. It was this no-nonsense, practical approach that won Toyota millions of loyal customers. Popularity and global impact. By 1983, the the Corolla had become a dominant force not just in Japan but across North America, Europe, Australia, and Southeast Asia. The E70 was built in various Toyota plants worldwide, and its parts were shared with other models, which made maintenance affordable and widely accessible. In some regions, it became a favorite among taxi fleets due to its bulletproof reputation. In others, it was a first car for students, a reliable commuter, or a platform for customization and motorsport use. Perhaps more impressively, the E70 Corolla sold millions of units worldwide, further solidifying the Corolla's standing as the world's best-selling nameplate. A favorite among enthusiasts today. Decades later, the Toyota Corolla E70, especially the 1983 models, enjoys a dedicated following. Enthusiasts are drawn to its classic boxy looks, rear-wheel drive setup, and modification potential. It's not uncommon to see restored E70s at car meets, shows, and even vintage races. In many countries, the E70 has become a platform for engine swaps, suspension upgrades, and retro builds. Popular swaps include Toyota's 4AGE engines, which transform the E70 into a performance machine while preserving its vintage character. Whether kept original or modified, the 1983 Corolla E70 holds a special place in the hearts of gearheads and classic car lovers alike. Legacy and transition. The 1983 Corolla marked the end of an era. With the introduction of the fifth-generation Corolla E80 in 1984, Toyota moved to a front-wheel drive layout for most of its models. While this was a move toward efficiency, packaging, and cost savings, it also marked a shift away from the simple, driver-focused dynamics of the earlier generations. The E70's lasting legacy lies in its role as a bridge between two worlds: the robust, mechanical simplicity of the 1970s and the technology-driven innovation of the 1980s. It was the last Corolla to embody the classic car character while still being a highly usable daily driver. Conclusion: a compact car that changed the world. The 1983 Toyota Corolla E70 wasn't just a car, it was a milestone. It represented the culmination of Toyota's decades of learning, adapting, and perfecting its approach to automotive design. It served everyone from daily commuters to performance tinkerers and became a symbol of dependable motoring during a transformative time in the automotive world. As we look back at this humble yet revolutionary machine, we recognize it as more than just a footnote in Toyota's history. The Corolla E70 is a testament to what thoughtful engineering, global vision, and customer-centric thinking can achieve. And for those lucky enough to own or experience one today, it's a tangible link to a golden age of automotive integrity. Would you like a thumbnail suggestion or a voiceover script to go with this article?